Lovelies, Ratty and Jack Fox here. I'm gonna continue what if Deku had beast breathing. So where we left off is where Deku is talking to... I'm actually surprised that no one actually guessed the two people that I mentioned in the what if. The previous episode. The people who he was talking to was Hattori Shinzo, I hope I'm saying his first name right, and Hagakori Toro. I hope I'm saying her first name right. Because I know that Hagakori is her last name and Shinzo is his last name. The things I'm basically butchering is their first name. So, I hope I'm saying their names right. Anyways, after Deku has said something sweet and then blunt at the end, talking to Hagakori, he hears a scream from a young girl. He runs, holding his blades, and then he sees people running the opposite direction. As he stabs the blades on the floor and does his echolocation, I forgot what it is, which sucks. Ow, I hit myself right in the face with the phone. Anyways, Deku finds out where they're running from and who they're running from. As Deku lifts his swords out, as he does, I'm pretty sure the seventh beast breathing, which is him throwing his blades, just throwing both blades in a circle-like motion. As he tosses the blades as they hit the robot in the head. Well, not the 0-pointer, but a robot that was coming close towards him, which was a 3-pointer. As he takes both swords as he continues running and finds the girl, that looks like she was gonna get crushed, as he does the exact same thing again. Beast breathing 7th, I hope that is the right one, as he tosses one blade, both blades, but they land on two different things. One landing close to the girl, and one hitting the robot in the rollerblade. The tread. As Deku uses the blade as the little handle and hold the boulder up as he pulls the girl out gently to make sure her ankle doesn't get hurt. He says, "Okay, come on, we have to go." As she tries to get up and then falls back down. As Deku grabs his blade and then goes up to the robot, takes the other blade out and slashes the mechanical wheels on both sides, causing the robot to malfunction on the legs and moving backwards instead of forward. He grabs the girl and says, "Okay, come on, let's go." As they all hear from the announcements, "Okay, everybody, that is the end of the physical exam. If you did not get enough points, sorry, you have to wait till next year to try again." They now realize that the test is over, and Deku puts down the girl gently. She tells Deku, "Thank you for saving me back there." Deku said, "No problem, you just need to be more careful next time. Being a hero is not all fun and games, you know." As she said, "Yeah, I know. Gotta be more careful." Deku did say that she did very well for trying to get in. She thanks him, and then they see an old woman with a syringe that looks like a walking stick comes up to them and said, "Are you okay, sweetheart?" I'm trying to do an old lady voice and it fails. Hold on. "Are you okay, sweetheart?" Oh no, that just sounds wrong. As Uraka... Oh, frick. You know what? Screw it. I already said the name. Frick. Uraka said, "Yeah, I'm fine. It's just my ankle is in a bit of a pain." Recovered girl heals her, and then Deku said, "Are you okay for walking?" She said she is, and they both bid their farewells. I technically did forget what the ship is for this, and if there was not a ship, I'm gonna try to think of one right on the spot. I can't think of one right now. You know what, I'm gonna look at the previous videos on this and try to figure out what the ship is. Anyways, let's go. The first day of UA. Basically, when Deku wakes up right in the morning, he hears Mitsuki calling both Bakugo and him down. They both get up. They changed and got dressed, instead of Deku wearing his shirt buttoned up, he completely wears his shirt like basically not buttoned up his entire shirt. As Bakugo tells him to button up his shirt, Deku said, "Hell no, it's too hot and it's too uncomfortable." Bakugo said, "Okay, if you get a cold, then it's not my fucking problem." As Mitsuki did call down again, like, "Boys, get your asses down here." As Bakugo yelled, "Shut up, old hag." "Old hag, I am your mother. How dare you talk to me like that, you old you brat." Sorry. As Deku knocks Bakugo in the head, telling him that it was disrespectful to a person, and how he's not being noble. As Deku walks down, technically button up his shirt in front of Mitsuki. Well, technically not. You know what? Yeah, not. Deku goes down and said, "Hi, Aunt Mitsuki. I'm gonna take a little bit of bread and then I'm gonna be off for school." Mitsuki did say the exact same thing as Bakugo, telling him to button up his shirt and saying that is very inappropriate. Well, not inappropriate, just that is a bit indecent. As Deku said, ain't my fault and ain't my problem. It's too hot and it's too uncomfortable. As Mitsuki did say, "Okay, if you get a cold, it's not my fucking problem." As Deku said, "You said the exact same thing as Bakugo." Anyways, Deku just eats the breakfast very fast and then said, "Okay, love you guys, bye." As Deku bolts out the door with his two katanas in their sword bag, like wrapped around his waist, as he books it to UA with his backpack on. As Bakugo did caught up a few minutes later, like an hour, not minute. Well, yeah, a minute later. As Deku was already close to the entrance of UA, he already took the bus there and made it to the entrance. Deku said, "Okay, my first day at UA, let's hope it's better than anything else." As Deku walks in and tries to find his class, Deku looks at the invitation again, showing that he was supposed to be in class 1A. As he looks around, seeing class 1B, saying, "Okay, that's not my class, but it has to be close here somewhere, because it's class 1B, class 1A is probably close nearby." As he turns the corner and he walks a couple steps forward and he sees a giant door with the word 1A and said, "Okay, why the hell does this class have a massive door?" As Deku just opened the door, as Bakugo already made it in, finding his way faster than Deku. As he yells at the guy with blue hair, saying, did your old school put a stick up your ass or what?" And the guy said, "Okay, maybe we started on the wrong foot. My name is Tenya Ida from the supposed private school." "Oh, that school. I'll be happy ripping you a new one." "Are you threatening your fellow classmate already?" As Bakugo leans back and said, "What the hell? It took you an hour." As Deku said, "Shut up, Pomeranian." Sorry if you hear background noises. "Shut up, Pomeranian. I just had a problem looking through the entire school. Either way, it's good to get a tour of the school to know where everything else is, instead of going to the class not knowing where everything is beforehand. Either way, I was technically giving a tour to myself." As Deku was looking off, but while he was looking off, people were looking at him and realizing he was not buttoning up his shirt, which was, as Ida said it, "That was very indecent of you. Please button up your shirt." Deku did say the exact same thing he told to Mitsuki and Bakugo, saying, "It's too hot and it's uncomfortable. So why the hell should I? And also, I could see you back there behind the teacher's desk." As a guy wearing a yellow sleeping bag unzips it and said, "How did you see me?" As Deku said, "I could basically... Part of my quirk is basically seeing, since what I call beast breathing mainly revolves around sight things. Why do you think in the entrance exam I stab my swords against the floor and just point my heads out left to right? I was feeling the sound waves nearby. That's basically part of it." As Ida did say, "Okay, at least you put your swords into sword bags." If you don't know what a sword bag is, it's basically a bag where you could put the sword in and it will be safe, while it could be wrapped around anything and it could be perfectly secured. And it's pretty thick leather, so it doesn't break as easily. If you get a cheap one, then it will easily tear apart. That's what a sword bag is. As the same girl walks up behind and said, "I know that boar head anywhere." Please keep in mind, Deku doesn't like taking off the boar mask, so he basically kept it on during the entire entrance exam and right now. "I know that boar head anywhere. Boar boy." That's what Uraraka is calling him, boar boy. As Deku turns around, as Uraraka completely turns red at that moment, realizing that he did not button up his shirt, and you know the thing. Uraraka said, "Why?" As Deku said, "My name is not Boar Boy, it's Midoriya." As she does thank him again while looking away. As he said, "Oh no, it's fine. Anyways, we have to get inside." As Deku turns around and walks in, sits behind Bakugo and starts chatting with the guy behind him, which was Minoru Mineta. Deku did not know he was talking to a pervert, so... Hello. The second that they go into the boys' locker room and start changing after Mr. Aizawa told them to change and that they're going to do a field test outside, Deku was happy because the clothes that they are supposed to be wearing as a school uniform was very uncomfortable to the shirt as well as the pants. And he's hoping that the clothes were at least a little better, as the quality of the clothes for the gym uniforms were in fact better, until he realizes someone was calling him, and you know what happens. Jiro stabs Mineta in the eye, which was the funniest thing ever to Deku. Anyways, Deku does tell him, "If you want to be respected by women, at least knock off the perverted thing, because that's not what a woman is looking for. A woman is looking for a nice, kind gentleman, while you are being a pervy ass bitch." Anyways, I think this is enough for today. I'm leaving it off on a cliffhanger.